Is that yours?
Mm-mm. Mine's on mute because I'm always the one who gets really embarrassed when my things go off.
Okay. You got all kinds of technology here. All right. Good. Well, Nick, if you when you watch this, I keep getting bing from my multiple technologies. So when you watch this, we wish you were here, but we'll include you in the conversation. And in the interest of time, since we are on a time-limited screen sharing session, we'll just jump right in. First of all, let's have introductions. If you can give us your name and maybe which degree program you're interested in, and then summarize that question we asked on the pre-application. Why did you want to join this missionary school?
Okay. My name is Nastasia Dickens, recently married, and what was my first question, Bruce?
What degree?
My interest, the degree of study that I checkmarked, was my master's in ministry. Because since I've been attending Mercy Hill Bayview, actually this is our home church where we're hosting this session, I feel very called, and kind of in the summary of the question in the pre-application, very much to work with children. I recently visited Rwanda, and I was very called to work with women there. But I really I grew up in church, but really haven't delved into God's Word until my last few years' journey, and the church has been a part of that. So I wanted to attend when last semester, when it was the big beginning of everything, but it didn't work out. So I'm very excited to be here this semester, and I'm babbling, so that's about it.
Well, we're excited to have you, and actually I think it's a benefit to you to be in the second cohort, because all of the wrinkles were, not all of them, but some of the wrinkles were ironed out.
Mm-hmm. I love all the extra audio right now. It doesn't bother me a bit.
Okay, so Nick is is enrolled in the Bachelor's of Ministry.
Okay.
And Joshua Teal is the third person that will be in this group. He's in a Certificate of Ministry.
Okay.
So
nice.
There's a nice spread there. Yes. Everybody's got a little bit different agenda. Mm-hmm. But the same backbone of courses will be taken for all three people, just a different ways of adapting it. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go full screen on this, so there's other things that keep popping up. We do have timing questions.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Like nights?
Yeah. What night works for you?
We could do Monday if it absolutely worked for everyone else. Yeah. Tuesdays definitely won't work because I teach in Menominee Falls.
Okay.
Unless it were like during the day, but this is for nights we're talking about. So, of course, Wednesdays it's Equip. Yeah. Thursdays could work for me. Yeah. Even Fridays, I don't know. That works for other people.
Yeah.
But I could do Monday if we needed.
Monday's out because Nick is leading worship and also discussion. Okay. Mm-hmm. Group leaders.
And downstairs. CR. Yes. Yeah. Got you. Exactly. So I was wondering if that. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Monday won't work.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad because
Thursday or Friday are the 2 days of potential.
Okay. Well, Thursday's wide open for me.
Yeah.
Yep. That works for me.
Yeah.
If it works for everyone.
uh, every other week there's a conflict with the third course that I'm teaching here for the humanities component of the bachelor program.
Okay.
And that is on alternate Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Got you.
So we'll have to work around that. But let's just keep Thursday
simple.
and Friday open, and we'll work with Nick and with Joshua.
Because, well, technically it would be, how long is class? I didn't even ask. Like, Joshua was asking me, are you done at 9? And I'm like, I don't really know.
No.
But then I thought you have it during a church service.
That's right, which is an hour and a half.
So I'm thinking we'll probably get out at the same time.
Yes.
It's so funny. I'm so excited. I saw you and Nick meeting, and I wondered if that was the same Nicholas.
Yeah.
And it is, but I couldn't remember his last name.
Yeah, Nick Meinertz. Yeah.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. It makes me happy. That makes me so excited.
Yeah.
I really like the way his brain works.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's just so neat.
Yeah.
We recently did the young adults retreat.
Oh.
And he's just an awesome, he's an awesome worship leader.
Well, I can share this information. It's public. Nick transferred in this semester from, there he is.
Oh, that's Joshua Stevenson.
Hey, Josh.
Josh! Hi!
Hey, Sasha.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see you.
Yeah.
I do know Josh.
You do know Josh.
From the retreat I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We played, I'm really bad at it, but he was so awesome at it. He made his sense of humor is just kind of like my grandfather. Anyway, I've been praying about you. I've been thinking about how you are. This is exciting.
Yeah, no. I was kind of, just nervous about this.
Me too. I'm so excited right now.
Well, go ahead.
I got those the application sent into Antioch.
Oh, yours worked?
Good.
Yeah. Well, it was last I saw. It was just submitting it. So I got. As far as I know, it's submitted.
Mine's been submitting for like days.
Josh, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? We know your name, and tell us what program you're in and why you wanted to enroll in it.
I am Joshua Teal, and I'm in the. I always get the name of it wrong. I always get it wrong. Well, I want to use that like. I can't say.
Certificate.
Was that?
Certificate.
Yeah, I'm doing ministry.
Certificate of ministry. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And I was just pointing out, we were talking about it earlier. You're taking a certificate program. The third person that's not here tonight is taking it at the bachelor's level. His name is Nick Meinertz. Do you know Nick?
He was at the retreat, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. And Nastasha's taking it at the master's level. So you'll each have different approaches, different insights that hopefully it'll come together and help and challenge each other.
Oh, it's super cool.
Yeah.
All right. And a little bit about why you wanted to take certificate of ministry.
I've felt God calling me to become a pastor. And I didn't know the direction. I knew I wanted to go to college for it, but I didn't know where to start. And then all of a sudden, Mercy Hill was partnering with Antioch to do this. I was like, you know what? I think this is a sign. I think this is God saying you should do this.
Good.
And this is a really great step, and it's just helped me understand just God's word and be able to just minister to those who are lost or struggling or questioning, or just be able to help.
You lead worship in Rock County, right?
I don't lead worship. I'm on the prayer team.
Okay.
And children's ministry.
Children's ministry. Nastasha,
Hey.
why did you take us?
I'm interested in this whole thing because I feel very called to work with children. I don't even know, we were in such testimonies going back and forth at the retreat, but I actually am the Sunday school coordinator, so I'm in charge of all the little kiddos here, and it's just been this hard call on my heart. So yeah, I actually wanted to go this past semester, but it just didn't work out. I went to Rwanda and, things like that, but it's just been this heavy, even like children's worship, just things very, it's just such a joy to my heart to work with kids. And I didn't know that you were going to be a pastor. Interest there. That's really neat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, children's ministry, big calling on my heart.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What about not Thursday or Friday night? How do those nights look on your weekly schedule?
Thursday nights we have the young adults.
We're going to be having school on Friday night.
It looks like Friday night's the only availability. That's a drag. I mean, Friday, you're supposed to kick your weekend off on, right? Instead of going to school.
That's okay.
This is okay?
I don't mind. I'm excited about the course.
Okay. Because that's
cool. I really don't mind.
Yeah. Monday night was the night that I was hoping we could do it, but we're in conflict with the
2 out of 3
ministries that takes place here.
Of your students.
Okay.
So Friday night. Good.
Friday night, 7 or 6:30?
You get off at work at
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. So at 7.
Are you doing the class there?
On video.
We'll be on video. See, I'm trying to do as much of this on video so you don't have to commute into the city.
Right.
Yeah. So 7 o'clock.
If it's on a Friday, I don't mind commuting on a Friday just because I don't have work the next day.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, whatever's easier for you guys.
For the first term, a lot of the work that we're going to be doing is non-instructional. So there's low contact content and high homework content. So it's something that can work well on in a video setting.
Okay. That's totally fine with me.
So 7 o'clock is a good hour of the day for you, hour of the night.
Yeah, I just get off work, get home, and I'll be able to get right to it.
Okay, good.
Yay. And Nick's okay with Fridays?
I think so, yeah. He sent me an email, and that was as I remember, that was the day that he listed too.
Cool. Bunch of nerds. School on a Friday.
Friday night. Now, are there any questions about the payment plan, how to get connected with Ernie? And
well, I know who Ernie is. I'm not confused, but can you just walk through it anyway?
Yeah.
What
Ernie does is set up an auto pay,
mm-hmm.
and the money comes to Mercy Hill. It's $130 a month for the degree program. Awesome. And it's $100 a month for the certificate program. They subsidize it. They add on a subsidy and send one payment to Antioch. And we don't want to mess around with checks and
mm-hmm.
all that stuff. So that's why the auto pay.
I like that a lot better. I forget so easily.
Yeah. Now I sent a link to the auto pay site so that you can set that up.
Yeah, I'll set that up as soon as we're done here.
Okay, that's because October 1st is when we're going to officially start this unit.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And it'll come out October 1st.
Okay. I can do that. I deposited the money in Thursday after I talked to you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. October 1st. But I'll set it up too this evening.
So I thought as a good way to introduce this course is to talk about what we're going to try to accomplish what we need to accomplish in this first term.
Okay.
And I sent a folder to you. It's a compressed folder as an attachment with forms for all 4 of these projects. There are 4 projects that have to be completed in this term. And the idea behind these projects is that you're going to self-report about your God's calling in your life, and you're going to take time to reflect about your plan, and that's going to be the baseline for future interaction with your mentor and growth in your, as you go through these programs, you'll go back to these self-evaluation tools and add or subtract to them or change them and modify them as you're going along, because the idea is that the input from the class feeds into your personal ministry plan and your personal character development. And you're going to be mentoring with, right? You're going to be mentoring Joshua, right, Gospel?
Yes.
He's going to be your mentor. And you, do we have a mentor for you?
No, who should I have?
That should probably be Delia, don't you think, if you're in CR?
Yeah, but who am I thinking? Who's how come Dahlia's not ringing a bell for me?
Phil's wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that. Do I have
Would
to
you?
just ask her, or do you ask her how to?
Well,
yes, I would
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I need a reason to hang out with.
Okay. Yeah, I think Dahlia's very open to mentoring.
Yes.
She's working with other people your age. Who's
I
a
know.
mother.
Of course. Their eldest is the same age as I am anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yay. Okay. Making note. So I have to ask her.
Yeah, well, I will approach her too. And
You got it.
make sure that
She's even okay
she
with it.
is okay with it, because there's time limitations on everybody's life. And Nick will probably try to contact him with Phil, since he's again in the CR program.
Oh yes. Yep. Oh yay. Okay.
So the 4 projects that we have to do this semester are, first of all, what's called a SIMA map. And I would start filling that out right now.
Okay.
This is what you're going to get after after the church submits a payment. It's a portfolio, notebook. They're trying to move away from this and make everything digital, but for the time being, it's still a paper thing. This is a hardbound folder for doing these 4 projects.
Okay.
Oops, excuse me.
And
nice.
the second one has the SIMA map program in it. And it's something that you could probably get started on right away. SIMA is a tool that was developed by HR, as a Christian organization for people to evaluate their motivated abilities. Instead of using a Briggs-Myers personality test, this one works off of your personal testimony, and it's looking for what they call motivated abilities. The idea is that everyone has a set of pre-born motivated abilities that they have developed and used ever since they were children. And the SIMA takes this autobiographical information that you put into the form, and it's assessed by an HR person, a human resources person at Antioch. He will give a personal interview to those who are in the bachelor's and master's program by telephone. And for you, Josh, it'll be a computer output.
Okay.
So if you open up the folder that I sent you by email, you'll see a SIMA form.
Okay. 1 second.
And I can even share it here on my screen.
Actually got pulled up my computer.
Okay, that's fine. It's okay. We'll just look at it on my screen then.
Okay.
Okay, so this is has to be filled out in Microsoft Word so that you can submit it online, and you'll be sending this to Nancy Reed by email. This is different than the normal way we handle documents, but it's because they're using this consulting firm called that runs the CIMA program. So you'll be sending it to the director's wife, and so that's why it has to be filled out in Microsoft Word.
So it's the CIMA, you said, right?
It's called, yes, here we go. So
Okay.
This is it. It's an autobiographical form. And what they're looking for, you fill out the demographic stuff, personal information.
Yeah.
And then they are looking for, they explain the 3 steps. The first step is to do what they call a motivated ability for different years. And you have to fill out 3 in each one of these age brackets. So here's childhood, teen years. You can modify this age bracket. But what they want is just 1 or 2 sentence descriptions of an activity that you did as a child which you succeeded in, and demonstrates your motivations. So for example, when I was a kid, I remember putting on plays at home for my parents, and we would do magic trick shows. We had a little table that had a hole in it, and we'd pull things in and out of that hole. It's stupid, but that's the kind of activity they're looking for. And then as a teenager, if you did a paper route and you made money and satisfied your customers, it's something that you did that you succeeded at and then took pleasure in and showed and were satisfied with the activity. 1 or 2 sentences in each one of these age brackets. Then you select 1 from those 24 short answer questions, and you're going to expand on that in the last part. On let's see, this is the page 12. Here's your 1-line summary statement that from step 1, and then they ask you to go into a little bit more detail. Describe how you got involved in this activity, the details of what you did, and what was particularly satisfying to you. And you're going to do 8 of those. So out of the 24 1 or 2 sentence activities, you choose 8 and go into some detail about them, answering these extended questions. It takes about 2 to 6 hours to complete. And so I would suggest getting started with this right away as soon as you can, because the other activities are going to come right on the heels of this one.
Okay.
If you want to, I'd be glad to read it before you submit it online or email it in. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and email it directly to nancy@build.org. And there's instructions on that step. That's a technical step that will, there's information about it in your portfolio that you'll get. And there's a whole set of instructions on how to fill it. There's a blank form. You don't need to use that. But there's some examples and then very specific instructions in this brochure. And I can just read a couple of them. when you're filling this out, it says, do something that you were successful in doing, or enjoyed doing, or took satisfaction from, because they're trying to get to your motivations.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you tick? And each one of us has a different kind of set of motivations. So they're trying to get hold of that. They don't want you to put down milestones. You don't say, well, in 1961, I graduated from high school. Just picking a time out of it. You say something that you did in high school. I was the school paper editor, and I published an article at, or something like that.
Okay.
And they want you to be able to support it with examples. So you choose something that you'll be able to go into some detail about with examples of why you were satisfied, what it was intended to do, those kind of things. So motivations have to do with your inclinations, but they also have to do with the goals that you want to achieve.
Okay.
So that's the first project. And as we look at the syllabus, do you have that available?
You talking to me? Because I do.
Okay.
I was trying to pull it up on here, but I'm just going to look at it on my phone.
Okay. We'll look at the syllabus, and this will give you an overview of the semester and what we're trying to achieve here. There it is. Oh, yeah, I have it open. I'll share that. Do you have it online already? The syllabus, Joshua?
I've been trying to get. Computer is not working with me.
Okay. Okay, I'll share it online then.
Okay.
Okay, Acrobat, first term. So we're looking tonight at just the orientation. Next week, we'll finalize these admission issues. And then the SIMA form submitted. Ambitious. That's October 8th.
Oh, wow.
But then right after that, we go into this personal development plan. And that's the second project we're going to do in this semester. It's called a personal development plan. And I sent that out, and it's something that you're going to, it's a little bit more of open-ended questions. They're long-form essay, short-form essay questions asking on your view of government, your view of your views on various issues, but also what you feel God's called you to. And we'll talk more detail about that. But that's the second project, and that ends up being a little bit longer to complete because it's not just autobiographical. They're actually asking you to express viewpoints and to summarize your life history form. There's going to be a life history. There are two forms about your life history and your employment history. So that takes a little bit longer, and we've got 3 weeks set up for that. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. After that, then we have the personal development assessments. There are 5 of them. There's the life and ministry assessment, a giftedness assessment, a current ministry assessment, a team ministry assessment. Those are 5 forms. And as you unpack these, you'll see that there are that these forms are form fillable PDFs. Some of them are just checkmark forms.
Okay.
And others of them are open-ended short essay type forms where you're going to talk about your respond to personal assessment. These you fill out yourself. You take them to your mentor, and with your mentor, you're going to pick out maybe 2 or 3 areas that out of the total picture that you want to work on. And you just share this with your mentor. It's a discussion that you can have in an hour. And then there's finally the Journal of Mentor Assessment. That's your mentor's chance to put in writing the results of your conversation. And that will happen toward the end of the term. And the final piece, this is the 4th project, called a Ministry Practicum form. And that form is something that you do for credit. So for example, if you're working with children, you put down what you plan for this ministry, what you want to do, what the goals that you want to achieve in this ministry. You execute it, then you evaluate it, and then with your mentor, you will report it. You can get 1 academic credit for every 45 hours of personal ministry you do, including all of the form filling. So it's a plus, because you're getting credit for doing what you're doing anyway.
That is nice.
Yeah. And so you just fill out that form, and you do this at different intervals, but you can acquire, I think, 9 semester hour credits each year for ministry experience.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Good.
Yeah, me too.
Challenging for sure, because I haven't done school in like 7 years.
Yeah.
I really got to get back into it.
Well, it's a spiritual discipline. Study
Yes,
is what you need to do just to grow.
Yeah.
And, this is an easy way to get into it. I find that people that get started in this program in the last term, this autobiographical form and then personal development form, it's a challenge to put that down on paper. But it's the kind of challenge that everyone can accomplish, because it's not requiring you to do research and develop an argument and all that kind of thing. You're just reporting, self-reporting. So it's a good way to get into the habit of writing and thinking about these issues before we start actually doing academic work.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good chance also to get to know your mentor and to interact with them in on issues that are important, close to our lives and how we're going to grow with the Lord. So that's an overview of the semester. And I guess there's just a couple of 3 items that we should look at. I guess I've got all of your personal contact information, I believe. I don't have a telephone for you, I don't believe, Joshua. Any way to contact you if I wanted to message you or something like that?
Yes, 608.
Hold on.
Okay.
What's this? No. Okay. 608?
Yes. 322
322
3737.
3737.
Super easy to remember.
Yeah. 322-3737. Very good. And then the other thing is that we have set up a web page portal for your use. So for example, when we record this tonight, you can, I'll put this up on the web so that Nick can review it. That portal is on the Ecclesia website, and the password for it is SIMA2Me. That's SIMA, both all caps, the number 2 and ME. So I'll show you this, for example.
Okay.
I should go back. I'm going to start sharing with you this page.
Okay.
So on the class materials link, click that, and then the password SIMA, number 2 ME. Yeah. And if there's something wrong with the Safari, I've embedded
Not
a
the
cookie.
connection, me too.
So I'm going to go on Chrome. I'm going to stop sharing this and put another share on. So here's all of the past classes. And for example, this was a class we did on September 19th. And the link here will take you to a recording.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. What was the thing we went to before we put the password in?
So it's the class materials.
Oh, class materials. Okay.
Yeah, it's a link that's at the top of the site.
Okay.
And that
Nice.
SIMA2Me.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get
Almost
your
like
class
secretary.
materials.
Okay. So,
So when you have to miss a class, just let me know, email, and then you can make it up by going to that website.
okay.
Okay, cool.
Finally, I should show you the web page portal when you finally get into the cloud and registered. Let's do Carol. And I'll share this website. There we go. So this is where you'll upload your documents online, artifacts. And then this is an online portfolio. It's the same thing as this, with the portfolio they sent, but it's a digital version of it. And you will upload, here's your motivated abilities pattern. That's you don't upload to that until you get your interview. After you do the interview, you'll upload the motivated abilities. Let's jump ahead here to personal development plan. Now let's go to the assessments. And you can see all 5 of those assessments. You add the file right here, and then you hit the submit review. And that will send it to me.
Okay.
I'll review it and send it on to Antioch.
Okay.
They review it and pass you or go back and forth. But this is ultimately what you're going to get from after we've finished the application process. And we can go over that, but I just wanted to introduce it to you at least.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming up to the end of the 40 minutes. I get a 40-minute shot. We have to restart another Zoom session if we want to go beyond that. But have you got any questions or any concerns? You broke up a little bit there, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was having concerns before, but now they're all cleared up.
Okay.
Everything's good.
Okay. Good. Well, I'll send out a note for the next meeting on a Friday night.
Right on.
Okay.
So then class would be clearly the Friday close to the October 1st.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So calendar.
Yeah, I just got to get myself used to this zip drive here. I got it pulled up on the computer. Yay!
The zip folder, you mean?
The zip, the zip, not zip folder. I guess I'm being
Yeah.
redundant, aren't I?
So you've got all the forms?
Oops. Yeah, except I don't have your Mac thing. So there's it's SEMA or Zima?
SEMA. Those are all the forms.
Yeah.
So those are the forms. And
Yep.
have you got a PDF software?
Yeah, I do. I want to do this mostly on my tablet,
Okay.
but I can do it on here. Yeah, I might have to download. This is Joshua's computer.
Yeah.
But I've got my own. So, yeah.
So yeah, the 5th of October.
Okay, the 5th.
October 5th?
Yeah. And it's 7.
Yes, 7 works for me.
Good. All right. Well, listen, Joshua, I think we've covered all that I wanted to cover tonight. And if everything seems coherent and you have all the materials you needed, we'll just move ahead aim for the next meeting on October 5th.
All right. If I have any other questions or concerns, I'll let you know before then.
Great.
Yay! Nice to see you, meet you.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah. See you on the 5th.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks again.
No, thank you.
Okay. Take care.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.